Hello everyone, I trust you're all doing great and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Betty, and if this is your first time on my channel, please do not forget to subscribe and join us on this journey of crocheting, because here we learn more about crochet and our tutorials are easy to follow. So today we are going to be making this beret together. So stay tuned and let's do this together. So now we are back, and this is the yarn I'm going to be using on this beret. I'm going to use this color of yarn, but I'm going to join the strips because they are very tiny. I'll need my scissors and I'll need my hook, and I'm using 3.5 millimeter hook, and let's get started. So to start, I'll start with my chain 2, join the yarn together and chain 1, then chain 2, then pull it from down, that is slip knot or a knot. Then you start with your chain 1, chain 2, 3, 4, then 5. Then you join them together from the last chain, insert your hook in the last chain, then pull the yarn through both loops like so. So now we have the magic ring. Then next it will be chain 2 and make a double crochet, then make another double crochet. So here we are going to make 14 double crochets in this magic ring. So continue until you get 14 double crochets in the magic ring. Then I'll show you what to do next. So now we are back and we have our 14 double crochets in the magic ring. The next thing is to slip stitch on top of chain 2 that you made before and close up this row. So we are done with the row 2. The next will be chain 2 and make a double crochet, then the next stitch is a double crochet, in that same space another double crochet, next is another double crochet. So we are making the increases by making 2 double crochets in each stitch. So go with that pattern of 2 double crochets in the same stitch until we get to the end of the row. So we are back and we are at the end of the row. So the next thing is to slip stitch on top of chain 2, then you close up your row. So now you'll be having 28 double crochets all together. Next you chain 2, then the first double crochet you make a front post, and to make a front post, yarn over, insert your hook from the back of the double crochet, then grab the yarn, pass through 2, then again grab the yarn and pass through the remaining 2. And next it will be 2 double crochets in the same stitch, that is the next stitch. 2 double crochets in the same space, like so. Then next it will be front post double crochet, then the next it will be 2 double crochets in the same space, that's one. Then in that same space another double crochet. So we are making 2 double crochets, one front post, then 2 double crochets, one front post. Next it will be a front post, in the next stitch the space on top of that double crochet will make 2 double crochets. So we are making 2 double crochets in the same space with the one front post. Now continue and I'll get you at the end of the row and show you what to do next. Okay, we are now back and we have 2 double crochets to finish the row. So make a front post, then in the next stitch we'll make 2 double crochets in the same space. So that was our pattern for that row. And now the next thing is to slip stitch on top of that chain 2, like that, and close your work. So this is how our work is looking. Now next to be chain 2 under that front post, make another front post like so. So remember before it was front post and make 2 double crochets in the same space. So now we are making a front post. So under those 2 double crochets that we made before, we are making another front post. So we have 2 front posts. So in the space in between, we are making 2 double crochets. I don't know if you get it, but we will catch up. 2 double crochets in the same space. Okay, let's do it together again. Next will be front post, and the next is a front post under that double crochet is a front post. So we have 2 front posts, and in the next stitch in between of those 2 double crochets we are going to make 2 double crochets in the same space. So the pattern here is 2 front posts with the 2 double crochets in the same space. Let's do it together again. So next it will be a front post, and next is another front post. You're creating another front post, Then next it will be 2 double crochets in the same space, and we are making those 2 double crochets on top of that double crochet, like so. So that is the pattern here. 2 front posts, 2 double crochets in the same space. Okay, now we are back and we want to slip stitch our work. So now we are at the end of the row. Next will be chain 2, then make a front post. So now our work has come out. You can now see your front posts very well. So what you need to do is just to follow. Where there's front post, you put a front post. Where there's an increase, you put increase. So that is the pattern now. So we are making 2 front posts. Then next it will be an increase, which is 2 double crochets in the same space on top of the first double crochet. 1, then 2, then next to be a double crochet, next to be a front post. As you can see now, our work is visible now. We just follow the pattern. And next to be another front post. Then in our first double crochet, we'll make 2 double crochets on top of that double crochet. That's 1, then 2. So then next to be 1 double crochet, and that is the pattern. The pattern is 2 front posts, 1 decrease, 1 increase, that is 2 double crochets in the same space, then with 1 double crochet. So we have 2 front posts with 3 double crochets. First 1 front post, then 2, those are 2 front posts. Then next it will be an increase of 2 double crochets in the same space on top of the first double crochet. 1, then 2, then next it will be a double crochet. So this is the pattern. So continue until we get to the end of the row. Okay, now we are at the end of the row, and what we are doing is to slip stitch on top of chain 2, then chain 2 again, and make it a front post. Then another front post, next to be 2 double crochets in the same space. Next to be 1 double crochet, and next to be another 1 double crochet. So we have 4 double crochets. We have 2 posts and 4 double crochets, 2 front posts with 4 double crochets. So that is the pattern. So now continue, then I'll meet you at the end of the row. Okay, we are back, and now we'll be making a front post, then another front post, then 2 double crochets in the same space as an increase, 2 double crochets in the same space, then next 1 double crochet, and next is another double crochet. We have our 4 double crochets, then with the 2 front posts. Then after, you slip stitch and you're done with the row. So this is how our work is looking. So what you need to do, you chain 2, then you start with your front posts, next is another front post, next to be two double crochets in the same space, two, next is a double crochet, next is the double crochet, then next it is another double crochet. So we have 1 2 3 4 5. We have 5 double crochets, then we did 2 front posts. So next it will be a front post, next another front post, next it will be 2 double crochets in the same space on your first double crochet, 1, then 2, next is another double crochet, next is another double crochet, next is another double crochet, next is a front post. So now this is the pattern on this row, is 2 front posts, 2 increase, that is 2 double crochets in the same space, then you place 1 double crochet in each stitch. That's the pattern. So continue with those increases. Okay, continue now. I'll get you at the end of the row and show you how long mine is. Okay, now I'm back with mine, and I made 8.5 because that is the size I wanted to make. Is a medium size, is small size, like a very small, but you can make for adult is 9.5 or 10.5. That's the big size. So mine, I wanted a very small beret, and I have 8 double crochets after the 2 front posts. Okay, now we are back, and I'll chain 2, then I'll make the first front post, then another second front post, then 1 double crochet. Remember, before it was 2 double crochets, but now we are not doing any increases. So you make that 1 double crochet on top of the first double crochet. So it will be 1 double crochet, then next, the next stitch, another double crochet. Those are 2. Next 3 double crochets. Next 4 double crochets. Next is 5 double crochets. Next 6 double crochets. Next 7 double crochet, and lastly 80 double crochets. So I have a total of 80 double crochets. The next will be a front post, and again another front post. So this is the pattern on this row. There's no decrease, there's no increase. Just make in each stitch a double crochet, and where there's 2 front posts, you put those 2 front posts. Next it will be another double crochet, and the next is another double crochet, that is 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, 7, then 8. So this is the pattern now. There's no increase, there's no decrease. Just make a double crochet in each stitch, then I'll meet you at the end. Okay, here now we are back, and we are the first front post, then second front post. Then next we are making 1 double crochet in each stitch, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then 8. So we have our 8 double crochets. Then the next thing is to slip stitch on top of those chain 2, like so. Next it will be, so now this is how our work is looking. Next it is 2 double crochet. So make a front post. Next is another front post. So now we want to start to decrease our work. To decrease, you skip 1 double crochet and go to the next stitch and make a double crochet. We are skipping 1 double crochet. Next is the second 2. Next 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7. So now we have 7. Before it was 8, now we have 7 double crochets. The next will be a front post, and again another front post. Then again we need to decrease. We are skipping 1 double crochet. Then in the next stitch you make a double crochet. So this is the method we are going to use all around this row. So continue with it, then I'll show you when we are at the end. Okay, now we are back, and next to be our front post one, then the second front post two, the next to be our first double crochet, then two, then three, then four, five, six, then seven. So we are at the end of the row, and we have our 7 double crochets. Next it will be to slip stitch on top of that chain 2, like so. Next chain 2, make the first front post, then the next second front post. Next it will be skip 1 double crochet in the next stitch, make a double crochet, then 2, next 3, next 4, next 5, then the lastly is 6. So we have now 6 double crochets with 2 posts, 2 front posts. So next it will be your 2 front posts, then skip the first double crochet, then the second stitch you make a double crochet. So we are decreasing. So continue your work until you get to the end of the row, then I'll show you the next step. So now continue with your decreases, and you'll be skipping every 1 double crochet after the 2 front posts, then you make a double crochet in the next stitch to decrease until you get a total of 4 double crochets. Then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, now we are back, and this is how mine is looking, and I have a total of only 4 double crochets after my 2 front posts. 1 2 3 4. So we have 4 double crochets. So this is what I was meaning when I said make sure you have only 4. So let's do the last one together. We will start with our first front post, then it's 2 front posts, then next you skip 1 double crochet, then in the next stitch you make a double crochet, next is 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, then the last one 4 double crochets. So we have 4 double crochets, then the next will be to slip stitch on top of chain 2. So the next is chain 2, then make 2 front posts, you'll be making 2 front posts. The next, that is the first front post, then 2 front posts. So now next it will be back post, and I hope you can see how I'm making my back post like so. So here the pattern is 2 front posts and 1 back post, 2 front posts and 1 back post, like so. That's how I make my back post. So next it will be front post, and again another front post. Then next it will be a back post. Then next we have our 2 front posts already, so we follow those ones. 1, then 2. Then next it will be my front post. So this is the pattern here: 2 front posts, then 1 back post. So next it will be the back post, and we have our 2 front posts already. Then we'll continue with them. So this is the pattern here. So continue, and I'll see you at the end and show you what to do next. So I'm at the end of the row. I've gone all around, so I'm finishing the row, and let's do the finishing together. You can see how it is very arranged: 2 front posts and 1 back posts. That's how I arranged them. So let's do the finishing together. So now I'll go with my back post, sorry. Then next to be front post, and again another front post. Then next it will be a back post. And now I'm at the end of the row. The next thing to do is to slip stitch under that chain 2, on top of the chain 2 and close your work. So I'm done. Next I'll chain 2 and again I'll start with my 2 front posts. Next to be 1 back post, and next to be 2 front posts, then next to be a back post. So this is what you're going to do all around until you reach to the size of your head. Will I say your head? Yes. So that it will be tight. So continue with those rows, then I'll meet you. Okay, so I've made 2 rows of front and back posts, and now I'm going to make the third one and I'll show you how it will be looking. So I'm back and let's finish up together. So next it will be my front post, then next is another front post, and next to be my back post. So I'm at the end of the row and I'm finishing and I'm closing the last row. I've gone all around and now this is my third row of 2 front posts and 1 back post. And the next thing I'll chain 1 and cut off my yarn because I'm now done with my work. And this is how my work is. This is how my beret is. It's so beautiful. Remember I did a small size, so you can make your own size, and it will be the same thing with this. It will be so beautiful. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and please, if you have watched this far and you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And if you have any question or you would like us to crochet something together, you can write it down in the comment section. And see you in my next video. Bye bye.